All right, good morning, fight fans. It's Sunday morning, June 1st, 2025. Let's get into last night's UFC Vegas 107 event. Let's get into it right now. The first fight, Alice Ardelaine defeated Rayanne Dos Santos via unanimous decision. That was a good fight. And then the second fight was Bolaji Oki defeated Michael Aswell, unanimous decision, 29-28 times 3. And then we had Jordan Levitt defeated Kurt Halaba via submission, Anaconda choke, round 1. That was a sweet one right there. I enjoyed that fight. Let's see. The third fight was Alan Nascimento defeated Jafel Filo via unanimous decision, 29-28 times 3. Now, I watched every one of these fights. I made a winner poster for every one of these fights. I thought it was a damn good event. All right, let's get into Zachary Reese. Zachary Reese defeated Dusko Todorovic via unanimous decision, 29-28 times 3. That was a good fight, too. And then we had Ketlin Vieira defeated Maycee Chazon via unanimous decision. That's the 145-pound female division. Let's see. This was a banger right here. Dustin Jacoby defeats Bruno Lopez via KO strikes round 1. That was a banger. I think it was the only KO on the whole card. Great win, Dustin. Great win. Let's see. We got here. All right. And then we got Ramiz Brahimaj submitted Billy Ray Golf via, I think it was round 1, and it was a standing rear naked choke, I believe it was. It was pretty awesome, man. Great win by Ramiz. There it is. I got a little video of it. All right. Co-main event, which actually ended up being the main event, gentlemen and ladies. Matus Gamrot defeats Ludovic Klein via unanimous decision. That was a decent fight. It was mostly grappling, a little bit of striking. Gamrot definitely dominated that one. He called out Patty after the win. I think that'd be a great fight, Gamrot versus Patty. And then let's get into the main event. It was supposed to be Erin Blanchfield versus Maycee Barber. Here's what happened, guys. Maycee Barber missed weight by 1/2 pound, took the 20% penalty. And then yesterday, right when she's walking out for the main event or within minutes, Bruce Buffer got on the microphone and said the fight is canceled. Hunter Campbell told Erin Blanchfield that Maycee Barber was suffering seizures, most likely related to her weight cut. There was also some pictures surfacing showing Maycee may or may not have got an augmentation and addition up top here, boob job. I don't think that has anything to do with it. Maybe a little bit extra weight. So that's what happened. I think this is the second main event that Macy's had to pull out of, or some sort of circumstances happened in the last 2, I believe. I can research it real quick. Well, so what do you guys think? Did you like the UFC card last night? Yeah, drop a comment. Rate it between 1 and 10. I'm going to give it a solid 6.5. All right. And next week, here, let's run down next week's card. We'll start with the early prelims. Let me take my glasses off for this. I want to make sure I pronounce everything correctly. Let's see. We got Medeiros versus Kowinski, 155 pounds. We got Salkalid versus Ashmoff. That's also lightweight. We have Saragi versus Yu. That's a bantamweight. Da Silva versus Wang, 125-pound female. And then we got Chaos Williams versus Gustafson. That's 170. Spivak versus Cortez. That's a heavyweight banger right there. This is going to be a tough one, guys. Ready? Mirzakonov versus Ribeiro. That's light heavyweight. Silva versus Yan. That one's 125-pound male division. And then we're going to go into the main card. We got Vicente Luque versus Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland's the most active fighter in the history of the sport. And then we got this is the fight I'm looking forward to. We got Batista versus Max Come on now. Patchy Mix. I said Max. I meant Patchy Mix. Patchy Mix versus Batista. That should be fun. That's featherweight. Then we got Kelvin Gastelum versus Joe Pfeiffer. That's a rebooking from, I believe, the UFC Mexico card. That's Pfeiffer versus Gastelum. And that's middleweight. And then we've got two title fights. Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison. That's 135 pounds. And then we have Merab Devalishi, I always say it wrong, versus Sugar Shane O'Malley. That's 135 pounds. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13 fights scheduled for next week's UFC 316 fight card, live from Newark, New Jersey. I'm excited for that one. Like I said earlier, I'm excited for the Batista versus Mix. I'm excited for this. Let's see what else I got. That's what stands out to me, man. That Batista versus Mix stands out to me, man. And then I mean, Pena versus Harrison. That could go either way. It could be Pena, grinds it out and gets the win, and Kayla gets a little tired in the later rounds, which Pena is going to try to do, or it could be Kayla just wins via submission early. Can go either way. As far as the main event, I don't know, man. Sean's been quiet. I think his striking is going to be on point. I think he's gonna give Merab a hell of a time. I think it's a good possibility. Shane O'Malley wins, maybe be a KO TKO, or I hate to say this, if he loses, then this might be the last time we see him at 135. He's going to put on some weight and he's going to bump up to featherweight, which would be interesting. He's a really tall bantamweight. Yeah, so there's my take on UFC 316, 7 days away. And yesterday's wild event. I guess towards the end it was getting wild. I don't know, man. Kind of weird when you cancel main events. It's like something should have been in place there. I don't know what happened. Maybe when she weighed in, they should have figured this out. But you don't call a fight right when someone's walking in. It's not fair to the other fighter. A couple things I want to add. Erin Blanchfield did an interview post fight, and she basically said that she'll never fight Maycee Barber again. She's unprofessional, and she probably should think her weight division and her career. That's coming from Erin Blanchfield. I know a lot of y'all don't like women's MMA. I mean, I like all MMA. I'm definitely a bigger fan of the men's side of it. But it's an interesting topic. I'm looking at Twitter right now, and they're showing a picture of Maycee with and without breast implants. So I guess that's the topic of the day. I'm gonna look at Twitter real quick. Yeah, I don't see anything really. I see some news from Ankalov saying Pereira is retired. Let's see what else we got here. One more thing. Oh, Sean Strickland doing some Aiden Ross kick video stream, beating up some dude. And then at the end, he says he wants to fight Jake Paul. He can make more money fighting Jake Paul, blah, blah, blah. So Sean Strickland's going after Jake Paul. And that's it for the news, guys. It's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. We'll hit you up tomorrow and we'll drop another quick video. I try to keep these between 5 and 10 minutes. It's best. Pack it all in. All right, you guys have a great Sunday and enjoy your day off if you have a day off. Talk to you later, fight fans.